As Colorado marijuana complaint highlights ongoing testing scandal. Colorado's largest marijuana cultivator filed a lawsuit against Bonanza Cannabis Company, claiming the licensed operator knowingly infused products with hemp-derived THC, manufactured gummies, and vapes using harmful chemicals and sold them to consumers. According to court documents obtained by MJ Biz Daily, Mammoth Management and its affiliates, Mammoth Farms and Mammoth Manufacturing, allege Bonanza, quote, engaged deceptive trade practices by processing, distributing, and selling illicit hemp-derived synthetic THC in its vape cartridge products and failed to properly disclose their contents. Under Colorado statutes, it is unlawful for any individual or entity to, quote, distribute, dispense, manufacture, display for sale, offer for sale, attempt to sell, or sell, unquote, any product containing synthetic cannabinoids. The complaint filed in the District Court of Saguache County further claims Centennial headquartered Bonanza purchased and infused products with distillate from other parties and failed to disclose that information. Mammoth, a vertically integrated marijuana operator based in Denver, is seeking financial restitution from Bonanza for lost sales, court fees, and related legal expenses, according to the lawsuit. The allegations in Colorado of creating illicit THC distillate from hemp is the latest scandal in the regulated marijuana industry, which is facing a mounting crisis over the validity of product composition, certificates of analysis from testing labs, and seed-to-sale tracking. Mammoth partnered with a third-party independent lab to run tests on several Bonanza products. According to court documents, Mammoth purchased gummies and vape cartridges on June 2nd at a Denver store operated by Bonanza. A COA confirmed the THC in those products was derived from hemp and produced through chemical conversion, Mammoth claims. Mammoth said in the lawsuit, quote, these labels are false, misleading, and contain material representations. Bonanza knowingly and or recklessly engaged in deceptive trade practices by processing, distributing, and selling illicit hemp-derived synthetic THC. In a counterclaim filed July 26, C2CC, which operates as Bonanza, denied the allegations. According to documents obtained by MJ Biz Daily, Englewood-based C2CC said it does not manufacture THC distillate and hasn't purchased hemp materials. Bonanza said in its counterclaim that it only sources distillate from third parties and added its claims are supported through its records with Metric, the state-required tracking software. C2CC said in a statement, quote, it buys THC oil from quality growers, extractors, and then uses these materials to create its vape and gummy products. The company also said that Mammoth offered to dismiss Bonanza from the complaint if Bonanza agreed to use Mammoth as its exclusive provider of wholesale oil for 2 years. The company said in a statement, Bonanza rejected this outrageous offer and subsequently served with an amended complaint. Is there a testing crisis emerging? Well, a series of recent incidents in regulated marijuana markets across the United States has eroded confidence in certified COAs and conversion processes used for THC distillate, while products continue to evade track and trace requirements. Last week, Oklahoma regulators suspended a major medical cannabis processor in the state for public health and safety violations, including failing to accurately track products. In Michigan, regulators in early August filed a complaint against a marijuana processing company they allege purchased vast quantities of unregulated THCA concentrate from outside the market and misidentified the product in state-mandated tracking records, among numerous charges. That breach, an emerging pesticide scandal in the California market that continues to damage consumer confidence in that regulated market. And in July, lab operators told MJ Biz Daily that some cannabis samples submitted for testing contain dozens of unknown compounds. California's Marijuana Enforcement Division, known as the Med, the state's chief cannabis regulator, issued an April notice warning operators that the agency initiated investigations following numerous allegations that hemp-derived cannabinoids, such as CBD. Those cannabinoids were converted into the THC concentrates, such as distillate or isolate, which was then added to regulated marijuana products, according to the notice. Med said that in the notice, If the division finds that a licensee is likely using chemically converted THC in the manufacture of regulated marijuana products, the division will recommend suspension, revocation of the license, and the imposition of a significant fine. A Med spokesperson told MJ Biz Daily that the agency does not comment on ongoing investigations. According to Bonanza's counterclaim, the Med has not approved a testing procedure to determine the presence of hemp-derived THC. Meanwhile, Mammoth amended its complaint and expanded its original lawsuit to include several other licensed operators. MJ Biz Daily is not identifying those companies because they had not been notified through traditional legal channels before this story's publication. I'm Todd Denkin with High at Night News, and I don't think this is a testing crisis as much this is a manufacturing crisis. What do you guys think?
Oh, I see what you did there, Todd. It's a manufactured crisis.
It is.
I see that. Look at that.
You see what I did there?
I mean, it's like, what entrepreneur out there is not going to do what they need to do to survive in a tanking industry, especially in a place like my home state? You know, it's not easy, but I'm not going to condone what they're doing, right? I think the problem is that this bifurcation, I say this a lot, this bifurcation has created this instance. We need to just reevaluate that, and everybody needs to push to make the singular change. And I think that there's obviously the emergence of some of these potential candidates for this presidency that want to do that. I don't know if they're actually going to do what they say, obviously, because they're full of shit, all of them. But at the same token, there's only one chance to stop this, or else this is going to be a common thread. It's already out there so much. It's so prevalent and pervasive that, you know, the first state that legalizes the ones that we're seeing this come up. So how does that trickle down? What does that bell curve look like as the time goes on? This is just going to be a compounding problem.
Yeah, I agree with Saman. The integration of hemp-derived cannabinoids and cannabis-derived cannabinoids into a single coherent regulated market is probably one of the biggest threats to regulated cannabis. I mean, think about AB 2223 here in California. What was really challenging for me on this article was the part where it says, the company also told MJ Biz Daily that Mammoth offered to dismiss Bonanza from the complaint if Bonanza agreed to use Mammoth as its exclusive provider of wholesale oil for 2 years.
I like that part.
Right.
Again, the savvy entrepreneurs.
You like the shakedown, Jason?
No, that's called using the legal system to hijack people into doing business. So if they have prima facie evidence of that in this civil trial, it makes every other claim and allegation suspect. If they can show that in writing, I think they're on firm ground.
It's not business development, Rico. Yarrow. That's not business development.
No,
it's a shakedown, Jason.
No, that's an abomination. That's using the civil system in a way that is, for me, inconsistent with core values.
It sounds like harassment by courts, is what it sounds like.
It sounds like Yarrow is not.
Hold on, Saman. One at a time. Go ahead, Jenny.
I said it sounds like harassment by the courts, but it also sounds like harassment through the courts, and it sounds like extortion to me. But it's also not the first time that we've seen that happen in Colorado specifically. It's a very saturated market where people are willing to shake people down as much as they can to get that business. So I don't know. And also it's important to put in there that the MED had the first hemp pilot program through Metrics. So then they've had the ability for hemp processors to put their product on the track and trace system for availability in the licensed cannabis market since about 2017. So I just want to throw that out there.
Fair enough. Saman, did you want to follow that up?
No, I just made a cheeky comment about being a lawyer and these savvy lawyers out there that do this kind of shit all the time.
We're gonna sue you for making illegal products unless you sell them exclusively to us.
Yeah, I mean we've all heard that before, and if we think that doesn't happen to the highest levels of business, we're kidding ourselves.
I mean, do you guys remember that song back in the day by the Mossy? You got to buy dope from us.
Yeah,
That's what this story reminds me of. But
Love it.
Yeah, we're going to go to a commercial. We're going to be right back.